Lately, there has been plenty of debate regarding the national deficit. It seems as though both sides strongly believe that their theory is the ultimate solution. I know there has been a difference in opinion between political parties for quite some time, but for a matter like this, we really need to agree on something and take steps in the right direction.
What do you propose those steps be?
Well, I do believe that cutting back on social welfare spending would do an exceptional amount of good. Though I agree that it's important for everyone to have some sort of social safety net to fall on when hard times rise, it is disastrous for us to keep spending the way that we are. We must cut back on unemployment benefits and perhaps take a look at that Social Security Administration as well.
Don't you think that approach would do more harm than good? What positive could possibly come from reducing the amount of benefits that go out to the less fortunate?
Well, in my opinion, reducing unemployment benefits leads those who are unemployed to become more motivated towards getting a job. It makes them aware that their possible source of income is becoming more unlikely to attain, which could end in them taking fast initiative in finding a job to provide for their family. Many European countries' unemployment benefits are more generous than ours, and if you were to look at their natural rate of unemployment, you would see that it is around 9%. This means that 9% of their workforce being unemployed is healthy for their economy. That is a very high number. In the United States, our natural rate of unemployment is 3 to 5% unemployed.
Wow, I did not know that.
Coming back to unemployment benefits regarding the national deficit. Unemployment benefits are paid out by state-run funds, and according to Brookings Institute, within the next 2 years, these state-run funds could be depleted and would need a $90 billion loan in order to just continue paying out the current benefits. If you ask me, any type of debt for the U.S. government is bad debt, and $500 million has already been paid out, according to CNN Politics, in unemployment benefits over the last 5 years, and I genuinely believe that tackling the amount that is paid out could really reduce the national deficit.
Okay, I understand your points there. It does seem pretty obvious that, well, we should need to reduce the benefits that are being paid out, whether it be the time they're distributed or the amount. Especially if these funds are going to be empty soon, then there will be no money to pay the unemployed, no money that is not in the form of a loan. Which you are right again, we are not any more debt in this country.
Tell me about it.
What does the other side have to say about it?
Well, the other side, according to CNN Politics, which would be the Democratic Party, believes that these unemployment benefits are good. They have the idea that it stirs up the economy, which is good for the country. They don't believe any effect on the national deficit would outweigh the benefit that is brought to the country through the extension of unemployment benefits.
Well, that seems a bit ridiculous. Regardless of the good it may bring, adding on to the national deficit only harms our country even more greatly. So tell me about this Social Security idea you have.
Well, it definitely is not my idea, but it is a good one held by many conservative citizens. Social Security is an essential part of being an American. People pay into a system with each paycheck, and in return, when they are older in age, for their years of service and commitment, they receive a check in return.
Yes, Dan, I know what Social Security is.
All right, of course, but extending the full benefits from age 60 to 70 could really help reduce the national deficit and, in fact, increase national tax revenue. According to the Mercatus Center, it would reduce the amount being drawn from Social Security because people would now be drawing less benefits when taking it before the age of 70, which would lead to provide relief to the administration. In addition, the increase in participation amongst the elderly and workforce would increase government net finances by 5%, which could mean some serious extra budget room and help reduce the national deficit.
Wow, these are some really good points. Again, though, what does the other side have to say regarding this issue?
Again, the Democratic Party, according to CNN Politics and CNN Money, believe that the solution would be to raise the ceiling on the Social Security income tax. Right now, the ceiling is at $127,000, and yes, that number is high. However, the amount really benefits the wealthier side of America. The other side believes this taxable income ceiling should be raised so that this extra income could be taxed, saving the Social Security Administration and not requiring the loan of $90 billion.
So what has you talking about all these two specific topics? Why Social Security and unemployment benefits?
Well, after President Barack Obama, social welfare spending really came under scrutiny, especially after the 2008 crash when people began to file for unemployment like never before, along with when Social Security payments became crucial towards elderly citizens being able to survive financially. People thought that the government spending in general was out of hand, and many people believed that social welfare spending was at the root of it. And the root of social welfare spending stands Social Security and unemployment benefits. I chose specifically to touch on these two topics because these two both seem to be under duress and could be requiring loans from the federal government in the near future just to continue making payments. And I chose to touch on these topics themselves and share my conservative views for those reasons.
Well, that was a very good proposition you gave. Let's see what our listeners have to say. We'll be taking questions from our Twitter account after a short word from our sponsor.